tensions escalating in the Highlands during the annual Louisville Pride Festival.
That we're here and we're going to be here no matter if you like us or not.
Tonight on the night team, a man detained, taken away by security, interrupting the popular celebration that had gone smooth for most of the day. Also new, Kentucky's governor in West Louisville today.
I'm also excited to partner with the leaders here in this community to do so much more.
What he had to say about investment and jobs in the area. Finally, we take you to the fastest growing general aviation airport in Kentucky, the hands-on training program in Nelson County.
And in 10 months' time, they build it from 8,000 parts in a crate to a complete flying aircraft.
Kids building a plane from the ground up. It's heading your way right now on the WHAS11 night team. Our top story tonight from the Louisville Pride Museum. But first, we're going to be covering some of our headlines here tonight. Thanks for joining us so much here on the night team. I'm Isaiah Kim Martinez. We have an update tonight on the officer critically injured in that overnight shooting from early Thursday. According to the Louisville Metro Police Foundation, LMPD officer Brandon Haley, you see him here, is still in critical condition, but he's stable at University of Louisville Hospital. In a post to their Facebook page, the foundation says Haley has been through 2 successful surgeries. Investigators say the shooting happened around 2:30 in the morning. Excuse us for any issues with the mic here. Investigators say the shooting happened around 2:30 in the morning while Officer Haley was conducting a traffic stop. Police say the shots came from a nearby home. While no one has been arrested yet for the shooting itself, 4 people have been charged in connection to the incident. Dominique Thompson, Quantez Porter, and Jaquan Ransom were all found inside the home where shots allegedly were fired from. Police say Porter and Ransom initially refused to come out, which contributed to the hours-long standoff. Jamon Groves was found hiding under a car in a neighbor's yard. All are facing gun, drug, and theft charges, but again, none are charged directly to the shooting. The Louisville Metro Police Foundation did start a fundraiser for the officer involved. If you'd like to donate, we have ways to do so on our website. That's WHAS11.com.
We believe that transparency builds trust through consistent and understood expectations.
A message a month ago from LMPD Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey is relevant again tonight. Metro Police giving an update on an officer-involved shooting from early August, which abides by a new policy for these cases. Today, LMPD briefed us again on the investigation into that deadly shooting of a man near Frankfort Avenue on August 3rd. A man police shot and killed after they say he fired shots at them. Per LMPD's new procedures, the department has committed to give an update within 30 days of releasing body camera footage. Though today's email didn't come with much new information, Metro Police did meet their deadline. LMPD says investigators with their public integrity unit are still combing through all the evidence, and once that's done, that unit will hand findings over to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office. Last month, investigators say police were responding to shots fired on New Main Street in the Clifton neighborhood when shots were fired at officers. Police say they were able to locate James Monty in a nearby alley. According to police, Monty pointed a gun at officers before Officer Roberto Cedeno shot Monty. Monty later dying of his injuries. LMPD is also investigating a deadly hit and run from last night, and just in the last hour, we've learned they've identified the man killed. Police say 19-year-old Derek Wright was attempting to cross Dixie Highway at 10:30 last night when he was hit by a car. Officers say the driver of that car, which was traveling north, did not stop to help. Wright was pronounced dead on the scene. Police currently do not know the make and model of the car he was hit by. Anyone with information is encouraged to call that anonymous tip line. It's 574-LMPD.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but Kentucky football is 2-0 after coming back early against Eastern Kentucky. No, you didn't hear that wrong. The Wildcats trailed almost the entire first half to the Colonels, but tied it up at 7s going into halftime. And after what I'm sure was a loving and very softly spoken halftime speech, they came back out firing to win it 28-17. Coming up later on in sports, we'll have all the highlights from Kroger Field, plus Sarandon Raboyne joins us from Lexington to explain some of the head-scratching moments from this one. All that plus WKU, Louisville, Indiana Racing, Lou City. I'm out of breath, but we got a lot of sports coming your way soon.
Mason, thank you so much. Now, they're the interruptions that have become all too common for organizers of the Louisville Pride Festival. Tonight, one man from a small group protesting the annual celebration seen taken away by law enforcement. But as Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester show us, the majority of festival goers enjoyed themselves tonight with the theme, "There's no place like home."
Celebration along Bardstown Road hit a fever pitch, with dozens of Louisville's top stakeholders, like Ford and Norton Healthcare, showing a sign of support. As homegrown talent took the stage, this sea of people championing their pride and a city reaffirming its commitment to visibility.
This flag should not just fly during Pride Month in June, but this flag should fly every day of the year. And that flag is still flying in front of Metro Hall today.
But that's a huge step forward, right? I mean, when Metro government flies the pride flag, that's not something that happened 20 years ago.
It's proof for these tens of thousands that there's no place like home. As has been the case in years past, the festival coupled with pushback too. A small group of 5 at the event with hateful signs, using a megaphone to deliver words too obscene for us to share. Dozens quickly working to block them from the site using flags and umbrellas. The response is one they've had to use before.
Our goal is to leave them on the other side of the umbrella.
Then AMDC officers seen putting one of those 5 in handcuffs, taking them off the scene shortly after the 4 others voluntarily left. One person looking to protect their own speaks to us.
You're not accomplishing anything by coming to a pride parade. You're only doing it for attention. It's just them trying to be coming in and put their own views on people who just don't believe the same as they do.
An hour or so long ordeal many hope doesn't overshadow the purpose of their celebrating.
Where smiles are shared, where it's an open and feels like a safe place to be.
And as the community celebrates each other, some share a reminder for what their city will not tolerate.
We're not going to go anywhere. We've existed for hundreds of thousands of years in societies, but we've been hidden, and we're not going to go back to doing that.
In the Highlands, Connor Steffen, the WHAS11 night team on your side.
More news here at 11, all new as Kentucky's governor seeks re-election. Today, he hosted an open house in West Louisville. Governor Andy Beshear has a campaign office on West Broadway. Today, he opened it up to the public, hearing concerns from community members while also touting his record as governor thus far.
Well, we are coming off our best 2 years of economic development and job growth ever. We've got to make sure the prosperity that's coming to Kentucky reaches every part of the state and every neighborhood of this city. West Louisville deserves more jobs, more investment.
Beshear says he's excited about the developments taking shape in the West End, pointing to the first hospital being built there in 150 years. But he says he still wants to do more. Beshear is currently in a heated race for governor. He is being challenged by current Attorney General and Republican nominee Daniel Cameron. The election garnering national attention is now fewer than 2 months away. And over at Cane Run Elementary today, volunteers hoping to make an impact in the lives of women experiencing homelessness. The event, called Serving Our Sisters, provided several basic health care services today, including dental, eye, and hearing exams, along with HIV and AIDS testing. Lawyers were also on hand to help women who have records to work to get those expunged.
I always like to say is that where you are doesn't define who you are. And so what we do when we say that we're throwing out the lifeline is that we're connecting them with resources that are going to help them get from where they are to where they want to be.
Volunteers also provided the women with home goods, toiletries, clothing, and baby care material. Across the river now, Clark Memorial Health in Jeffersonville celebrating 5 years of its NICU center. Today, they invited families back for a reunion, specifically the ones whose kids were once given around-the-clock care in their NICU. Families gathered at the family birthplace in the hospital, dressed as their favorite all-star hero.
I consider these little ones tiny warriors. That's always been my phrase. I've been a NICU nurse for a very long time, over 20 years. And I started out taking care of the sickest of the sick, and this has just been very rewarding to be able to lead a team of nurses and to work alongside doctors that are just as passionate about taking care of NICU babies as I am.
The Family Birth Center is a level 2 NICU that serves families across southern Indiana. And tonight, a major partnership growing between two major trauma centers in the region, all while U of L Health's Future Healers program hosted its Surgery Olympics at the hospital today. To those who don't know, Future Healers aims to inspire kids in neighborhoods plagued by violence to pursue careers as healthcare professionals. And partners from Vanderbilt University and the Nashville ATF were on hand to watch the kids in action. The partnership between U of L and Vanderbilt is part of an expansion of the Future Healers program all the way to Nashville, which representatives say they hope to kick off in October.
So next month will be our first session, and we're incredibly excited to work with our community partners. These kids are like sponges. They really soak up the information we're teaching them, and it surprised me the things they caught on to, suturing and working with laparoscopic instruments and even ultrasound machines.
The Future Healers program started back in October of 2020.